Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen wassalatu wassalamu ala nabiyyina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa ashabihi wa azwajihi ajma'in. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad. Allahumma lakal hamdu kullu wa lakal shukru kullu wa biyadikal khairu kullu wa innaka ala kulli shay'in qadir. Rabbana zidna ilman ajma'in. Allahumma anfa'na bima 'allamtana wa 'allimna ma yanfa'una. ربنا زدنا علما أجمعين. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم. So welcome all of you to the class, inshallah. Let us start. So we are just revising the vocabulary of Surah Mulk, and one of the verb that came from there is bala yablu. Bala yablu means to, what is the meaning?
To test. He
To
tested.
test, yeah, to test, to try to put somebody into difficulty. From there, what is the masdar? Bala yablu and then balaun. Balaun. In Urdu, we use bala, bala came or something, we scare the kids, that something scary came, but it is actually something, is a trial came, yeah. So balaun. So to test, to try in the sense of trial, to put somebody into difficulty, to in order to, the purpose of the difficulty is to test that person, yeah. So they say
So the
that
word
if
bala'un azim,
balaun azim, yeah,
yastahiku nisakum
exactly,
yudhabbihuna
yeah,
abnaakum yastahiyuna nisakum wadhalikum bala'un azim. So that's bala
yes,
is the
that is
same.
the same, yeah. That is balaun from bala yablu, that is a wazalika balaun azim, that was a great test, that was a great difficulty that was put on you, yeah. So some of the scholars, they say that, if we don't have a difficulty, how, the du'as from our heart will come, if somebody is never tested with something taken away from him, it is difficult, of course. But then you look at the blessing is that pure dua that comes from your heart, without that trial, will not be there. Normally, when we are in normal days, the dua that we make is the intensity and the sincerity is nothing compared to the day that we are afflicted with some kind of a trial, somebody passed away in the family, or may Allah Ta'ala protect everybody, or issue with a child or something. The dua that comes from the heart at that trial is nothing compares to an ordinary dua. Yeah? So that's what that and the scholars say, that Allah Ta'ala puts that into difficulty to get the best out of us. Then Allah Ta'ala wants to see that the sincerity, the dua that we make. So anyway, so bala yablu means to try, liyabluwakum, so that he may try all of you, yeah. And we said that this is a nakis wawi, yeah, nakis wawi. Now nama yanamu, what is the meaning of it?
Sleep.
No, no,
To sleep, yeah, to
Yeah.
sleep. So what kind of a verb is it?
Is it an office word?
Ajwaf.
No. Nama yanamu is a normal verb. I mean, it's not nakis in the in the
It's not
sense of
Navama.
meaning.
It's Navama.
So it is nama yanamu. So now question is that, is it, so you are right, brother, it is ajwaf, yeah. It is hollow, the weak letter is in the middle. But what is that weak letter? Is it waw or a ya? Because we see alif. So from madi we cannot see. Nama, we go to mudare, yanamu, we don't see it still. We go to masdar, masdar is naumun, sleep, yeah, naumun. So now masdar is telling me that this middle alif was actually a wow. So it nawama yanwamu. is actually, yeah. So it became nama, yanamu. That's the part where Taki you were asking that we need to practice more. We will do that a lot more, inshallah. And I'll explain that further, inshallah. So now what kind of ajwaf is it? Ajwaf yai or y? Wawi.
Wawi.
Wabi.
Ajwaf wawi. Ajwaf wawi. So sometimes we will have to go to mudare, I mean to masdar, to see what kind of ajwaf or naqis it is, because the past tense is not telling us, but mudare is not telling us. Then we go to the masdar, and masdar will always tell us that what kind of a is it a waw or a ya, yeah, because we know that if you see a alif in a verb in the root letters, that is not the original alif, is either representing waw or a ya. So that is good. Bala yablu means to try, and the masdar from there is bala'un. Okay, so next is what is 7?
سبعة.
Yeah, sab'un. So sab'a will be 7. Samawat, we know that heavens. Okay, and layers, or in, yeah, so in
طباق.
layers, yes, so sab'a samawatin tibaqan, yeah. So tabaqan means layer, yeah. So tabaqa yatbuqu, or tabiqa, I think tabiqa. Tabiqa yatbuqu, yatbuqu. Then we have the restaurant, tibaq, or tabaq restaurant, right? Tabaq means a dish. Yeah, because that's like a layer, yeah. So it's a dish like this, yeah. So that's a layer. So tibaqan is basically in layers. So allazi khalaqa sab'a samawatin tibaqa, the one who created 7 heavens, layers. So layers of them, yeah. So, and then you see, what's the verb? He saw.
بصرة.
Ara.
Yeah. So ra'a yara. So ra'a like this, and yara. Ra'a yara means to see, and then tara from there, yeah. So what kind of a verb is this in terms of our learning?
This is ناقص الرأيي.
This is naqis ya'i. Yes, because it could be waw or a ya, but we go to the masdar ro'yatun. I think it's like this, ro'yatun. So the siya is telling me that it is naqis ya'i. So first of all, we look at it. Is it a weak letter in it? So we say it is mu'tallun. Then mu'tallul lami. So mu'tallul lami. Tallul two lams. They are mu'tallul lami. Yeah. Weak of lam, also known as aka naqis. And then when we say naqis, then we say naqis wawi or ya'i. So in this case, naqis ya'i. Naqis ya'i. Yeah. So we can see that, Surah Mulk, we are on ayah number 3. We have already came across 2 of the verbs which are mutallat. Yeah. So we cannot study Quran Majid without knowing the mutallat. Yeah. So that is it. I just want to show the significance of what we are learning, that we are on ayah number 3 of Surah Mulk yet, yeah? And so many 2 of the verb came as which are weak letter verbs, also known as mutallat. Yeah. Okay, so Allazi khalaqa sab'a samawatin tibaqa. By the way, if somebody has any question, we are just revising. So if anybody has any question, the question is first. Then we continue. We don't want to have a empty, recording. So we're just looking at the vocabulary of Surah Mulk. Whoever just joined, if you have a question, please question should be asked first, inshallah. So Alladhi khalaqa sab'a samawatin tibaqa, the one who created 7 heavens in layers. Ma tara fi khalqir rahmani min tafawut. You do not see uh, any tafawut.
False.
Yeah, any
False.
tafawut, any
Error.
error. Yes,
Or false in it, right?
yes, yeah, fault or an error, any deficiency in it. So tafawut is fault or error. Yeah, so tafawut. And then what is rift or a crack?
Fatar.
Futur, yeah, futur.
Fatar.
Yeah, so fatara yafturu. Iftar is from there too. You break your fast, right? So fatara yafturu. Yafturu. Yeah. And then futurun on the wazan of fu'ulun. Futurun. Meanings a break or a rift or a crack. C-R-A-C-K, right? Crack. Shigaf, in Urdu we say shigaf. So all of that is futur. Yeah. So farji al basara al tara min futur. So farji. So let's analyze that.
Okay.
So farji. Yeah.
Yeah.
So where is this coming from now?
Raja.
Raja. So this fa is atf. Yeah. So we say this is atf. Now raja'a yarji'u.
LGO.
So from there we say tarji'u, right? To make fellow amr. Yeah. So tarji'u. Now what do we do?
You remove the ta, which is for the mudari, and then you
Yes.
make the ain majzoom.
Majzoom. Okay, so we got rid of the dhamma and make it majzoom. So we put a sakoon on it. That's correct.
And then you add alif with the hamzatul wasl, RJ.
Yeah.
RJ.
Yes. So irj, and
Irji.
then fa is coming before, so we don't need the we don't pronounce the kasra. So we say farji, but the question is that the ayah says farji il basara.
This is to join.
Basara. Yeah. So this is to remove the iltika
Iltika sakinin.
sakinain. You give it a temporary kasra. So it is still felo amrin. So how do we say it? Felo amrin mabniun ala sakoon. Yeah. And then yeah, kasra is given only to connecting purposes. So farjil basara. So basara is basrun is our
Sight.
yes, sight. Yeah. So the verb is basara yabsuru, I believe. Yeah, basara yabsuru, to see. Yabsuru. Now when I say the verbs basara yabsuru like this, it could be, we need to check the dictionary, and if you want to be sure, it could be basira or I can make a mistake, right? For me, that kind of a mistake, unless it's Quran Majid. So basara, we do not make a mistake with basrun. We know that it is basarun is our vision. Yeah.
Yes.
But with should it have a middle radical, should have a fatha, kasra or dhamma? I try to be correct, but if I make a mistake, always we need to check the dictionary. So that for me, to memorize the babs, we should not try to do that. We should try to do the best we can, but to focus our too much attention on the abwab is not very useful. It's just an unnecessary step that we always can check the dictionary if we need to, inshallah.
Brother Qasim, Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I don't know if you have come across or any of our members here that I think in Surah Baqarah there is one ayah where or in Yasin Sharif, I think, that Allah has provided you the sight and the azun, like hearing, samat. But they have used the translation that Allah has provided you eyes and the ears. That's incorrect.
Walaikum assalam. So why is that incorrect?
Because basara is vision and samat is
yeah,
not the ear.
yes. So that is true, but how do we then, the consequences that, how do we see is Allah Ta'ala provided you the vision. That's correct. But how do we achieve that vision is through the eyes. So someone can conclude from there that Allah Ta'ala provided you the eyes, meaning Allah Ta'ala provided you the eyes so you can have a vision. Same is the case, Allah Ta'ala provided you the ears so that you can hear. So you can say that Allah Ta'ala provided you the ability to hear, or Allah Ta'ala provided you the ears so you can hear. So it's the conclusion of it, yeah, but literal meaning versus the
Tafsiri meaning.
tafsiri meaning, tafsiri or whatever the ayah is trying to convey.
Illustration.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So
I know we'll be analyzing these the mu'tal verbs, mu'tal verbs maybe in the next class. But I don't know if can we just explain hada, like we have ihdina surat al-mustaqim. Now ihd is amr.
yes.
And ihdi, the kasra on the dal, is it the part of the verb that it takes kasra when it is make amr? Because usually amr has sukoon on the last letter. Am I correct or I'm wrong?
Yeah, so the verb is hada yahdi. Yahdi. Hada yahdi. So notice one thing first of all, for all of us to notice that hada, I did not put two dots underneath. Yahdi, I put two dots underneath. Why? I don't know more details, but why? Because when you have a fatha before the ya, then ya changes to a alif maksura. You do not put a dots. When you have a kasra before the ya, then you put the two dots to show that this is a ya, hada yahdiya. So that's just beside the point. Yeah. So hada yahdiya. From there, so what kind of a verb is it? First of all,
It's like an ajwaf wawi.
not ajwaf.
Mu'tal al-ain.
It's not ajwaf though.
Hada, yeah, it's not hadawa.
It's not ajwaf. You said ajwaf.
Oh, it's a naqis. I'm sorry.
Yes. Yeah, no
Naqis.
problem. No problem. So just want to
Naqis.
correct. So it is naqis yai, yeah. Mutallul lami or naqis yai, yeah. So from there now we have still not done yet, but I can, to answer your question, I can tell you is that you take tahdi, right? Anta, right? Tahdi. Yeah. And how do you make mudare? I mean, fi'l amr now. You
Yeah,
drop
we
the
remove ta. Yeah.
ta, and what do we
have
do?
to sukun on the last letter, so it's already sukun
Yeah,
in there.
so that's the part that you are missing, is that we have not learned for the rest of the class, is that when you have a naqis verb,
Yeah.
mutallat,
Yeah.
changes take place.
Yes.
How do you make fellow amr from naqis? You drop the hasfu harfi illa. You
Okay.
drop the weak letter. It becomes like this.
Ihdi.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is are we making this akhaf, or this is just the rule we are applying?
That's so we say فعل أمر مبني على حذف حرف إلا. فعل أمر مبني upon dropping of the weak letter.
Oh, okay.
So this part I'm cautioning the whole class that we have not learned yet. Soon we will be learning it, but we have not learned yet that. What do you do? So Motallat, we are learning it so deeply and separately, and we say that Motallat is a deep topic, and all of that is one of the reason is that sometimes the harfu illa, which is what are the two harfu illa? Weak
Waw,
letters?
ya, and alif.
Wow and ya.
And alif is representing
Yes,
vav.
exactly. So when I say what are the two haruf illa, illa meaning weak letters, yeah. Illatun.
Are they
And
sick? Illa.
they are weak, not sick. So
Weak.
Alil, last time we spoke about it, that one is Marid, one is Alil. Marid is sick, Alil is weak. Okay, in Urdu we use Alil for the sick also, that is wrong, yeah. And in English also, in English we say ill. Ill may be from the same root letter, which is meaning weak. Yeah. There is a book by Dr. Abdul Rahim, Europe Speaks Arabic. He mentioned so many words. It's a whole book. You can download it. Europe speaks Arabic. Basically, he gives all those words which are adopted in English from Arabic. Il may be one of them, which is ayn lam lam, illun, meaning weak. Yeah. So and then we say ill, he's ill or he's sick. Right? So anyway, that's beside the point. So illa means weak letter, not sick letter, or it's a weakness in it. Yeah. What is the weakness? Is that it's these two, a lot of changes take place. One of the change is also that when you make it majzoom, you drop the weak letter. And we will see more to learn about it. I'll talk about it in the class also. So to answer your question, now we have something which we cannot pronounce. So we bring Hamzatul Wasl before it, right? And should we give it a kasra or a fatha or a dhamma?
Kasra, because
Kasra, yes. Yeah. So it becomes ihdi. Ihdi. You give hadayat. You guide. To whom? Na, which is us, which is the mafulun bihi. Mafulun bihi, whoever is being guided. So ihdina, you guide us. As-sarat al-mustaqima, you guide us to. So you and hada yahdi is requires to mafulun bihi. You guide someone to something. That something will also be your mafulun bihi number 2. Ihdina as-sirata. As-sirata al-mustaqima, not manut. Yeah. So and the ayah continues there. Yeah. So ihdina, that's where the ihdi is coming. And soon we will learn that with naqis verbs, how do you make fi'l amr? You say fi'l amrun mabniun ala hasfi harfi illa. It is built upon dropping the weak letter, and you drop the ya or a wow, whatever that is.
Well, Qasim, thank you very much. I have just one question here, that in Salati Mujarrad, when we say when they are not weak, it's a regular verbs, the Amr has the last letter, Lam Kalima, is a sukun. Is that correct? And in Naqis, it can be Kasra, or it could be sukun in case of Amr. Is that statement correct, or it's wrong.
Is partially correct. Is partially correct. Why is that though? That in Felo Amr, the last letter should have a sakun. Why is that partially correct?
Because it might have a kasra in there too.
No,
No.
no. Anybody else can think of the reason why is it partially correct?
What is the question again?
Because it's Jasmine.
No, brother is saying that you make Felo Amr by putting a sakun at the end in the verbs. That's how you make Felo Amr. I'm saying to him this statement is partially correct. It's not completely correct. Why is that?
Because depending on the following word, then you'll have to put kasra or fatha on it for the pronunciation purpose, I guess, right?
That is, yeah, true. But let me now give you an example. So Nasara Yansuru. Yeah.
Mhm.
From there, we are trying to now make Felo Amr. So we take Tansuru.
Yeah. And you drop ta and
Hold on one second. Yeah. So Tansuru. Then we have, because from 6 categories we make the Felo Amr. Yeah. So
yes.
Tansuru, Tansurani, Tansuruna. Tansuruna. Then you have Tansurina, Tansurina, Tansurani, Tansurani, Tansurna, right? Tansurna, Tansurani. Okay, this one should have a kasra.
So actually we are making majzoom, not putting a sukun on that, and majzoom could be tansuru, unsuri, you know.
Yes, now you got it, yeah. But that should have came to you when I ask you the question. Now you see it, yeah. So what's happening is that Brother Rashid, you said that, is that correct that we make a Felo Amr by putting a sakun at the end? So Tansuru I may put unsur, right?
Yes.
So we got, so the statement is correct because this, sorry, I should. You just stop the ta and you make it unsur. So your statement, Brother Rashid, is correct only for this one, which is 5 in your pocket.
Your pocket, yes.
How do you make this one over here? The second one?
Unsura.
Yeah, exactly. Unsura. So
Unsuru.
now over here, by dropping the noon, that statement that you made, that is it correct that we always have a sakun at the end? No, it's not correct. 5 in your pocket, that is correct. Which in not even 5 in your pocket, because we only make fair Amr from the 6. So only one of them will have a sakun. The rest you drop the noon.
Yes.
Because you keep going, you drop the noon. What about this one? Do we drop the noon?
No.
Tansurna, yes, because it's mabni. So your statement that you made is partially correct only for number 1 over here, if I can call it number 1. Yeah. So other than that, your statement is not correct because we don't make it Felo Amr by putting a sakun at the end. We drop the noon because this one is Afalul Khamsa. Noon comes and noon goes. Then you have to drop the noon. So how we say, for example, this one that I put underlines, we say Felo Amrin Mabniun ala Hasfin Nooni. We do not say that we put a sakun at the end. Felo Amrin Mabniun ala Jazm. No, we say Felo Amrin Mabniun ala Hasfin Nooni.
You're right.
That's a great point, mashallah. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And in the case of, I'm sorry, brother, if I can just think, like in case of this hada, now ihdi, what can say this is Felin Amr, مبني على كسر here.
No, I told you. مبني على.
Oh, I was, yeah, sorry, sir.
No, no, it's okay. I want you to think. What did I say?
حذف يا مبني على حذف حرف علة.
Yes.
حذف على حرف
مبني
علة.
على
No.
حذف حرف إلا.
Yeah, so for example, if I say now this is meant that the AHD is فعل أمر, it is a kasra. So yeah, but it will be, here we can call it because of the حذف of حرف إلا. But then فعل أمر now is AHD is correct. So there's no sukun and there is AHD. Correct. Thank you very much.
Yes.
I think I'm clear now.
Okay. Alhamdulillah. Wa alaikum assalam, brother Fayaz. How are you?
Alhamdulillah. No, I was just saying that instead of saying putting sukoon or dropping noon, it would be safe to say that we should be taking the majzoom state
Yes.
for fail amr. So that would include both the categories where the sukoon will be there or sukoon necessarily don't have to be there.
Yes. Yeah. But even in that one, you are right that, we can say by making it majzoom, and we know that we make the majzoom by putting either a jazm or dropping the noon. But then mabni will be still not included in that. Yeah. So we should just,
Yeah.
as far as
Okay.
we know what we are doing, I am
Yes.
fine with it. How you say it, I'm not concerned about that. Our main concern is that we need to have the whole picture. When we
Yes.
think of majzoom, we should think of it the whole three categories of mudare, not just one category. We mostly people focus on, we say, oh, majzoom means having a sakoon at the end or a jazm at the end. No, that doesn't mean that. In noon comes and noon goes group, you are eliminate, you are missing all of the whole group. That's not right. Then you have
Yes.
to have the whole picture has to be in your
Whole
mind. That,
conjugation
okay,
for second person.
exactly.
Yeah.
And this whole picture gives you the deep knowledge that, otherwise your students will confuse you. They will say, oh, has to have a sakoon and that's it. Yeah. So no, when you are teaching, you will have to have the whole picture in your mind to answer this kind of a question like this.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
happened with me. That's why I am asking and clarifying myself. This is very good knowledge for me.
Yeah,
Alhamdulillah,
and I'm sure, yes, and
wonderful.
I'm sure you knew it, but the whole picture was not in your mind. Otherwise, I know
That's
you
right.
know it. You know that noon
Alhamdulillah.
needs to be dropped and all of that, but the picture is not in your mind because you are looking at only portion of the picture, which is right, but that's why I said to you that your statement is partially correct.
Alhamdulillah. And that, Brother Qasim, can what I was asking? Yeah, when we do this, when we drop this noon or bring the sukoon on the last letter, is it correct to say that we are making the verb akhaf?
Yeah, so that's the Indo-Pakistan terminology.
Oh, really? It's
Yeah.
not Arabic?
It's not Arabic. They used akhaf and they use one more.
Akhfif.
No.
Akhaf.
Yes, khafif. Yeah. They use akhaf and khafif to say that mansub and majzoom, to say them. So that is you will never hear a Arab scholar say that. You will hear like brother Amir Sohail or
Yes.
they use this.
Yeah, Amir Suhail, he used
Yeah,
in his book.
he
They also use
uses,
murakkab
or if
jari,
you go
murakkab.
exactly, or if you learning from Dr. Srar Ahmad's son, what's his name? He will use this terminology. So those they use that, but you will not find, like, for example, Dr. Suleiman Yaqut. He did his what's the name of his book? Suleiman Yaqut is anyway, so you will not find this terminology in there, and that's why I don't use that terminology.
Oh, Alhamdulillah. There's another great, important knowledge that I learned.
Yeah. So if you are learning from them, no problem. They are best teacher, Dr. Ustad Amir Sohail, one of the best teacher, of course. He's my teacher too. I learned so much from him. But then you have to know that, okay, when he's saying murakkab jari, he means jar wa majroor. Murakkab tawsifi, not manut. Murakkab izafi, mudaf ilayhi. But you will never find an Arab teacher saying murakkab azafi or something like that, because that's a terminology they used it in India and Pakistan, the scholars from there to teach it, which is fine. But I think now, because of globalization, we should go towards the Arabic terminology. Why not learn
Yeah,
the way
yeah.
they are? Because a
Inshallah.
lot of books are available and I wanted to say the Yaqut by Dr. Suleiman.
Its name is the Arabul Quran al-Karim.
Yes, Arab al-Quranic. So
Yeah.
Dr. Suleiman Yaqut.
Brother Qasim, so I mean, like brother, just like Dr. Suleiman Yaqub, they say, so we call them individually how they become, how we make them amr, like by putting and making this madzum or hasbe noon, kind of a separately. There is no one word in Arabic word that what we do to bring the verb from mudare to amr. Is there no kind of a single word that Arab people use, right?
So with regards to this, they say fellow amrin mabniun ala
Okay,
sukun,
that's like
or
that.
they will say mabniun ala hasfin nuni, or they will say fellow amrin mabniun ala, for
Fatah.
example, tansurna. So it will say fellow amrin mabniun ala sakun fi mahalli jazmin. For example, this one over here, because it is mabni, so it will say fi mahalli jazmin, because now this is a mabni group. But as long as your concept is clear, then when you read the analysis of an ayah in Dr. Suleiman Yaqut's book, it will make sense to you, because okay, you will say, okay, the terminology may be here and there, different, but you will get it that okay, what is he talking about? Yes.
Alhamdulillah. Shukran.
Yeah.
Brother Qasim,
Yes.
can you briefly throw some light on those two kinds of ya, one which is written but not pronounced, and one which is pronounced? One is having dots and one doesn't. So what they are called it as, and are they both considered to be weak, and both are dealt in the same manner when we are doing Fele Amr?
Yes. So let me tell you. So for example, na si ya mudare is yansa. Nasiya yansa. What is the meaning of it?
Nasiya means to give nasiyat, I think, like we say.
No. That is with the
Oh,
swat.
nasiya. Hey, okay.
Is it forgetfulness?
That is nasaha.
Okay.
Yansahu, to give nasiya to somebody, to advise. Yeah. Nasiya yansa
He
is
forgot.
he forgot.
Forgetfulness, right?
Yes, forgetfulness. Nasiya. Insan is from there too. That insan is forgetful, So nasiya yansa means to forget. To forget. Yeah. So the question is that you see nasiya, I put 2 dots.
Yes.
And then yansa, I did not put 2 dots. Yeah. So if ya has a kasra before it,
Okay.
then you put 2 dots. Nasiya.
Okay.
Okay. If the ya has a fatha before it, then this ya turns into alif maksura.
Here's the definition.
Yeah. So it becomes yansa. Okay. So you do not put a 2 dots. Now this is a alif maksura. You don't want the dots. If you put dots, then becomes a ya. You want to show to people that this is not a ya. This is actually alif maksura, which was a ya, became alif maksura because of having a fatha before it. Okay, and we will learn today more about it.
So
When
there
we
are
start next class.
more words like in the case of nouns also, like in the names like Musa, Isa, which
Yes, yeah.
yes.
So if you look at Musa, what is before ya?
Fatha.
Fatha. So when you have a fatha, ya turns into a alif maksura. Mustafa.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Mustafa. Mustafa. What is before ya? A fatha. When you have a fatha before a ya, it becomes a alif maksura. Yeah, Isa is the same way and all of that. Yeah, so but having said that, I don't have a complete knowledge of it either myself. So it's a very extensive topic. Writing rules and all of that.
Yeah.
I'm only a small student. Yeah, so it's what I know. I'm just sharing with you. What I
Okay.
have seen is that whenever you have a ya before it is a fatha, it turns into alif maksura.
Jazakallah.
And alif maksura is it's not a full alif. It's a maksura, it's a broken alif. It's alif khanjiriya, kind of they say call it.
Yeah, so alif have different categories. You have alif mamduda, which is stretched alif, and you have alif maksura. So that is the name they are given. So normally alif mamduda, we don't call it alif mamduda, we say alif. But alif maksura, we say it is, yeah. Because actually, why do they write it like this? Because alif we are used to like this, a straight line. Why they write it like this? Because actually there is represents a ya. We know that there is a ya behind it somewhere. But it's just pronounced as an alif. So they name it as alif maksura.
Alif mamduda, brother, is it not Alif mamduda that after alif when hamza comes, then it is called alif mamduda, or this is alif mamduda?
This is actually, its name is alif mamduda, but we call it alif. But it is actually mamduda means stretched. Madda ya muddu means to stretch, yeah. And so
comes from madda mamduda.
yeah. Mud is from there to mud. What is the meaning of mud? You stretch something, right? So madda, and then madda yamuddu means to stretch.
Yeah, that's right.
Comes in the Quran Majid also, Wamdadnaha and all of that comes in the Quran Majid, that to stretch.
So we are supposed to know by our knowledge that what certain words is using this alif maksura, right? Like we don't have a particular grammatical rule to explain how this ya came into existence there to start with.
Yeah, so yes, so it's not very difficult. It just requires practice,
Yeah.
So if you learn, memorize few of the verbs like this, for example, nasiya, yansa, and stuff like that, hada, yahdi, and important verbs, then we are good enough, So yeah, like I mentioned, I don't have the complete knowledge, but we survive basically, so that's, and inshallah one day we find a good teacher, then we can learn from him more, inshallah. So we still have 5 more minutes, inshallah. If anybody has any question, any comment, you can feel. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
So when we analyze like fahamtumuhu,
yes,
what is waw called in that?
Yes. So that waw is called, does anybody remember? So for him to move, for him to move, who? Does anybody remember?
Waw Jamai, Waw Jamaati.
No, this is not waw jama.
Fahimtumu.
Anzaltumuhu. Anzaltu. Anzaltu. No. We did this. That's why I'm asking if somebody remembers.
Yes, I don't
Yeah. We
remember
extend
the wow
it.
because every time we have like the we're
Vikaya.
doing first person.
This is known as ishtimal.
İşte.
It's ishtimal. So ishtimal. This concept, we did this. I think it's in the book. I don't remember where exactly, which lesson, but ishtimal, we did that. Anzaltumuhu. So this wow is basically ishtimal. If you want, let me just see if I can find it. Page number. I think it was in the beginning of book 2, but let me see if I can find it. Yeah, so Ra'aytumuhum. If you go to page number 23 of key, it is there. So how many minutes do we have? We have 2 more minutes. So let me just go there. English key, page number 23. Lesson 7. Here.
Yes, I found it.
You found it? Okay, so good. Oh, sorry, page number 23 at the end. So over here, you see over here, as so it says here, let's read from here, like ra'aytum. Wow has to be added between the verb and the pronoun ra'aytumuhu. Yeah. So this one, so in the note over here, note number 5 says that Dhamma of who is long if it is preceded by a short vowel. Who? Yeah, so, and then you go here, you see over here, Raitumuhum, Raitumuha, Raitumuhunna. Yeah, so we did this, and it is known as, this wow is known as ishtimal.
So do we have to mention this in the analysis?
You can say that this is a wow ishtimal. We did that. If you go back to the recording of that lesson, I think you will find it there. Yeah, so if you want to go detail, this wow is known as wow ishtimal is yeah, but it's the key doesn't mention that, and it comes in the Quran Majid Anzaltumuhu. Yeah, so that wow is there. Yeah, so it is not a wow of Jama, it is wow ishtimal. Basically for pronunciation purposes. Ghasaltumuhu, yeah, qataltumuhum, sa'altumuhu. This, all of this wow examples are given. So that is,
Yeah,
It comes with
ChatGPT
attached
says
pronoun,
the
third person
wow
attached
Jama.
pronoun.
yes, Brother Rashid, go ahead.
Yeah, is it? It looks like when we attached, it's an attached pronoun, but for the third person, I think.
No, it's not a pronoun. It's just a wow. It's not
I
a
mean,
pronoun.
mother.
It's a vowel which is added for pronunciation purposes. Nothing to do.
It
It's
is
not a.
just
It's
Yeah,
not a.
but when we have to attach the verb with the attached pronoun, for example, for third person, it's who or
Yeah.
whom,
Yeah.
then
That
only it comes.
then only it comes. It doesn't. You don't have to have it all the time. It comes in certain places. Yeah. So you can take a look at the video of lesson number 7, inshallah.
It is what it is saying is that, you know, if the end of it is coming like lahu or something, then technically this vav is added, but it is just for the pronunciation. That's why we see the small vav like lahu.
Yes. Yeah. That is correct. It's just for pronunciation purposes. So with this, we can start our usual class. So Brother Shahid, you got the answer, right? So you
Thank
can
you very
review
much.
that portion, inshallah. You can review
Thank
that
you
part.
very much.
So the important is that to remember the concept in terms of it is known as Vav of Ishtimal. Yeah. Okay, so let us start with the homework. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen wassalatu wassalamu ala nabiyyina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa ashabihi wa azwaji ajma'in. Rabbi yassir wa la tuassir wa tammim bil khair. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to increase all of us in good knowledge. May Allah ta'ala help us. May Allah ta'ala write us among the people of Quran, the people who love Quran and who try to implement as much as possible. May Allah Ta'ala make it easy for us to implement each and every ayah of it, of the Quran Majid, before we die, inshallah. May Allah Ta'ala make it easy. So let's go ahead, Brother Fayaz, with the homework.
Yeah, Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam.
So a verb which has waw or ya among its root letter is known as weak letter verb in Arabic called as al-mu'tal.
Yeah, al-mu'tallun. So,
Al-mu'talun.
or
Mu'tal.
mu'tallu, yeah.
Mu'tal.
Yeah, so mu'tallun, yeah. So, and what is the root coming from is illa. Il
Oh.
and lam. So illa tun, you can say illa tun basically means weakness. Weakness. And in Urdu we say alil, yeah, somebody is alil basically means he is. We use it in Urdu as a sick, but it is actually means somebody is weak. Alilun. Alilun meaning somebody is weak. Yeah, so illa. So that is good. Next we have Brother Rashid.
If we see alif in the root letters of a verb, we know that this alif represents either vav or ya.
Yes, so either a wow or a yeah. So what is the key in here is in the root letters. Yeah. Later on we will see, for example, khataba is a form 3 verb. Yeah, khataba. So somebody will say, oh, I saw an alif over here, khataba. No, the root is kha, ta, and ba. Okay. So when you have in the root letters alif, then it represents either a waw or a ya. Not if it's not in the root letters, we don't worry about that. Yeah, so
Like we just saw nam.
that is in the root letters. Yes, so nama, yanamu, that is in the root letters. That's correct. Yes, Brother Abdurrahman, next one.
Yes, Assalamu alaikum, brother. So
Wa alaikum assalam.
if the far radical of a verb is waw or ya, then the verb is called misalul wawi or ya'i. And we can also call it qatallul wa'i or wawi or ya'i.
Yeah, so misal wawi or mu'tallul fa'i. Tallul wa'i. Okay, weak of fa or misal wawi. Usually mu'tallul fa'i, and we do not say wawi with it. We say just mu'tallul fa'i. But with misal, if you want to, you can say misal wawi or misal yai. But I have not come across that somebody say motalul fai wawi. No, that it is wawi motal. Yeah. No, with misal they will say misal wawi. With ajwaf they will say ajwaf wawi, ajwaf yai. Nakis wawi, nakis yai. With when they say motal, for some reason they do not say wawi or yai. Yeah? So that's just keep that in mind, inshallah. But that
Because
is
motal deals with the root letter, either fa, ain, or lam. And when we decided this, then the category of this will be either that is misal, then misal vav, or ya. That's why I think this is the this motal actually deals with the root letter, fa, ain, lam.
yeah. So misal is also
It's
dealing
just a
with the root letter, but yeah. For some reason they don't say with the mutalul fai, they do not say is wawi or yai. With misal they will say wawi or yai. Okay, brother Shahid, next one.
So just saying misal is not enough.
It is enough, but it's still deficient. So to be complete, yeah. But if you say misal, that's fine. Because the misal, that's fine, yeah. Or ajwaf, that's fine. But then, misal, it could be wabi or yai. So if you say, it's more complete. That's all. It's not wrong to say it. Yeah. So next one, brother Shahid.
If the an radical of a verb is ya or wa, then the verb is called mutal aini or aljafu wawi wa yai.
Ajwaf.
Ajwaf.
Yeah. Mo talul aini or ajwaf. And if you say ajwafun, that is fine. Ajwaf. Or you will say ajwaf wawi or ajwaf yai. Yeah. So if ajwaf misal wawi, misal yai, ajwaf wawi, ajwaf yai. That is good. And ajwaf is coming from jawf. Jawf meaning abdomen. Yeah. Middle or abdomen. Yeah. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran Majid that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has not created two hearts in the jawf of a human being. Yeah. So, uh, you know, you can look at the ayah and jawf word is used over there that Allah Ta'ala has not created two hearts in the jawf of any human beings. Okay. And very important, that when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about it, usually Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the jawf, could have said the jawf of a human being. Allah Ta'ala says no, jawf of a man. Why did not he say human being, including woman? Why is that?
Because baby.
Yes, because a woman can be pregnant and have two hearts. Now she has a heart and her baby has a heart. So her abdomen has two hearts. So the statement, the ayah would have been incorrect. So unless Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says only for the man that Allah Ta'ala has not created two hearts in the abdomen of a man. Yeah. So that is deep, that why a man is used instead of a human being, because a human being includes the woman, which may have two hearts at a certain point in her life when she's carrying a baby. Yeah? So alhamdulillah. And if a Quran Majid was from a human being, it's impossible to think all of these small details that okay, over here I'm going to put mankind, over here I'm not going to put mankind, and this and that. No, this is another proof that Quran is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Yeah. Oh, it is a mistake. Here's a revision that only men have the one heart.
Exactly, yes. So Sister Najma, next one.
Okay. If the lam radical of a verb is ya or waw, then the verb is called mu'talul lami or naqisun.
Yes, mu'talul lami or naqisun. And then again, nakis wawi or nakis yai, depending on what it is. Yes, so that is good. Brother Abdul Rahman, next one.
If the root letters of a verb have two weak letters, then it is called lafif.
Lafif. Lafifun. Lafif means?
Wrapped.
Yeah. Yeah. So the verb is lafa ya lufu. Lafa means to be enveloped, to be wrapped. Lifafa is from there. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that I will bring you on the day of judgment, alfafa, right? Alfafa meaning is you will be like it's so thick. Jannat and alfafa, sorry, Jannat and alfafa. It's not that I am missing the ayah. So Jannat and alfafa meaning a Jannat which are so thick they are looks like they are wrapped up, layers and layers of the trees in Jannah, and Jannatin alfafa. Yeah, so that is the same root from there, lafa. Lafif meaning basically verb which has too many, has two weak letters. Now, can a verb has three weak letters? No, it's only haruf can have three weak letters. For example, wow. Wow has a wow, then a alif, and then again a wow. Yeah. So that is, but it's a harf, it's not a verb. There is no verb which all three will be weak. That is not exist, at least to my knowledge. Okay, so we'll have maximum two weak letters. That is good. Brother Shahid, your turn. So if go ahead, read and give me the answer.
Apart from each other,
Yeah.
if these two weak letters are next to each other, it is called
Lafif.
Latif al-Makrun.
Yeah, Lafif Makrun.
Makrun.
Makrun. Makrun. Yeah, Makrun meanings next to each other. Yeah, Karn is something which is close to you. Karn. Yeah. So Allah's Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said that the best nation is Karni, my nation, the people who are close to me, my Sahaba. Summa alladhina yalunahum, summa alladhina yalunahum, and then following the tabi'in and then taba tabi'in, and the it gets like diluted more and more and more. So may Allah Ta'ala help us to be steadfast, inshallah. Brother Rashid, next one. And if they are, oh, sorry, Brother Rashid, you were doing, Brother, go ahead, Brother Shahid, yes.
And if they are apart from each other, then the verb is called Lafif Mafrook.
Mafrook. There is a fark between them, so Mafrook, yeah. So it's just homework is about the getting used to the terminology, yeah. So very important, inshallah. Yes, Brother Rashid, next one. Learn the meaning of the following verbs and put them in the appropriate category. Yeah. So the categories are given over here. So the first one is wajada. This is
wajada, it is mu'attal al-fa'i, and it is mu'attal al-fa'i, misal wawi.
Misal wawi, yes.
Man jadda wajada.
Yes, mashallah. Yeah. Man jadda wajada means?
The one who strives who finds.
Yes.
Who found, I mean, like the one who strived or who struggled who found.
Yeah. So man jadda wajada. That's a saying in Arabic that man jadda, whomsoever, jadda, does the jaddu jihad. Jaddu jihad, we use it in Urdu also, jaddu jihad, yeah. That is the same verb. So jad means to strive, to do an effort. So man jadda, whoever strives, whoever does the effort, wajada, he finds. So that is a saying, yeah. Or there is another saying, man hasada, man zara'a, or man harasa, or zara'a, man zara'a hasada. Hasada. Man zara'a, zara means to harvest. No, to is put the seeds. Zarat is from there. Zarat we use. Yeah. So to put the seeds in the soil, or I don't know what is it called. Hasada means to harvest, to cut the crop. Yeah. So whoever put the seeds in the ground, hasada, he
Reaps
cuts,
it.
reaps. Yeah, he reaps it. Yeah. So whoever
Has sowed the
sowed,
seed,
yes,
he will reap
exactly.
it.
Yes, yeah.
And Brother Qasim,
Or
there's one
in
also.
Urdu,
Sorry.
in
Yeah,
Urdu we say that jo boge so kaatoge. Yeah. So that is kind of same. Yes, go ahead.
Brother, there's also one Manyanja something.
Yeah.
Now the one will be successful.
Yeah.
Manjahada, is that
Manjahada, yanjaha. Yeah. So whoever
Manjahada
does the
Yanja.
strive. Yeah. So there are many like that. So thank you for reminding that. Yes. Brother Abdul Rahman, next one.
Yes, Baya, he sold. So it is Ajwa, and we can also call it Mu'tallul Aini.
Yes. So normally when we it is ajwaf and it is motallul aini, yes, not lam, ain. And ba'a yabiu. So we don't say baya'a. I wrote it over here to show that the middle radical is a ya. Actually, we call it ba'a yabiu. Ba'a yabiu means to sell, or he sold. Ba'a yabiu is to sell. MashaAllah, that is good. Brother Shahid, next one.
Shafa.
These are easy ones, so people should make the effort, and good chance for you to participate, because the more you participate, the more it will stick with you and you will feel comfortable. That's my humble request. Shafa yashfi, yeah, means
Naqis.
yeah. Shafa yashfi is nakis, and it is nakis yai, because the mudare tells me
Yai.
that is yashfi. So Yashfi. Now, should I put the two dots, Brother Fayaz, or no? Yashfi.
Yashvi, it is having Jazam before it.
No, before Ya, what do you see?
Kasra.
Kasra. So, should I
So
put
yeah,
two
we
dots?
don't. Yeah, we don't.
We
Only
do.
if we have Fatha, we put, right?
If we have a Fatha, Shafa, I do not put.
Okay. So I was saying the other way. Okay.
So if we have a Kasra, then we do put
Okay.
Shafa Yashfi. Yeah, Shafa Yashfi. So remember, if there is a Kasra, then we do put two dots. Yeah. Next is Sister Najma.
He asked Sala.
Yes.
Sala. So this is Ajwa.
Why do you say that?
Because Sala, it will.
What is the middle radical? Is it Alif or is it Hamza?
It is Hamza.
Hamza. So did we say that if Hamza is middle, or Hamza is a weak letter?
So it should be Salim.
Yeah, it is. It is
Salim.
a normal. It's a
Yeah,
normal
it is
word.
Salim. Yeah, sorry, it is Salim.
Yeah. Okay. So do not think of Hamza as a weak letter. We said only Waw and a Ya are weak letters. Yeah. If you see Alif, which is not Hamza, I'm not talking about Hamza, I'm saying Alif. If you see Alif, that means this Alif either represents Ya or a Waw, but not Hamza. Hamza is not a weak letter. Hamza is a proper letter, is a letter. Yeah.
It is Salim, yes.
Okay, so next is Brother Abdul Rahman.
We call it Salim.
Yeah, we will do that today. We haven't done that part, Salim part. So I just, in my homework, if you see, I just wrote down regular verb. Yeah, but the name, I didn't want to give that name yet, but today we will do that, inshallah. Yes.
And brother, Assalamu alaikum. Can we get some more examples of weak letter where alif is come in the middle?
Yes, we will do that, inshallah.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Yeah.
So Shava Yashvi, he roasted. So
yes.
it should be Lafif Makroon.
It is Lafif Makroon, mashallah. Can you explain that, Lafif Makrun?
Yeah. So Lafif Makhroon basically means that the two weak letters are coming parallelly,
Yeah, side by side.
side by side. Yeah.
Yes, that is good. Yeah. And then something we say that أحب لحما مشويا. أحب, I love
Roasted
لحما.
chicken, roasted meat.
Yes. So لحما مشويا. مشويا. I love barbecue, or I love the roasted meat. Yeah. So that is mashwiyan, means something which is roasted. Yeah. So that is barbecue. That is good. Yes. MashaAllah. Next is Brother Shahid. Your hand is raised from previous, or is it new one?
I think from previous.
Okay. So if you can lower that. Next is Sister Asma Afzal.
Okay, brother. Next is Kabbalah. He said
Yes.
it is Ajwaf and also known as Al-Mutallul Aini.
Al-Mu'tallul Aini.
Aini.
So do I write Kavala, or what should I write? Kala, right? Kala.
Yes.
So you were asking for an example of something with the alif. So Kala is another example of something with the alif. Yeah. So this alif actually represents Waw or Ya. Why did I write Kawala? Because I want to show you that this is actually alif represents Wow. Yeah. So okay. So
I was very confused about it.
no, we will do more on it. See, remember, last class was only introduction. So I was introducing to the terminology. We will do more, inshallah, today. So we will practice a lot more. Brother Rashid, go ahead. Rashid.
Some
Yeah.
he heard.
Yeah.
And this is again Salim verb. We don't see any harf any in there, like any weak letter.
That's correct. Yes. Next is Brother Fayaz.
Yaqina, he was certain. So this is Mu'attal Fai, or you can call it as Misal Yai.
Misal Yai, mashallah. Next is Brother Abdul Rahman.
Yes. So, yeah.
Waqafa.
Waqafa. Yeah. I'm so sorry. So Waqafa. Waqafa yaqif. Is that yaqifu?
Yaqifu. Yeah. Waqafa yaqifu.
It is Mithalul Wawi, and we call it Mu'talul Fa'i.
Yes. So from there, we make fellow amr. Yeah. So we say waqafa yaqifu. From there, taqifu. Yeah. Taqifu. Can you make fellow amr from there? So, Brother Abdul Rahman, you want me to do it? Huh? So you dab the ta and you put a sukoon at the end. What is remaining?
Qif.
Qif.
Qif.
Qif, yeah. Now, qif. Do we need Hamzatul Wasl? Should I bring Hamzatul Wasl before it?
No, we shouldn't, because
we shouldn't, because it's, yeah, we can pronounce it. It's not starting with a sukoon or anything, so we can pronounce it. No problem, no problem. So it says qif. Qif means stop. You are asking someone to stop, and you go to Arab countries, they will say qif. At the stop light, they will say qif, meaning the stop sign will say qif, meaning stop. Yeah? So that is a fellow amr, mabniun ala sakoon. Yeah, mabniun ala sakoon. And that's how you make fellow amr from it. And the point that I want to make is that you don't need Hamzatul Wasl now. Why? Because you are able to pronounce it. So it's a word is not starting with a sakoon, so you are able to pronounce it. You don't need Hamzatul Wasl. If means to stop, to ask somebody to stop. Okay, Sister Najma, next one. Radiya.
Radiya, he was pleased. It is a naqis muta'alul alami.
Yes. Naqis. Mu'tallul lami. Mu'tallul lami. And you see, Brother Fayaz, Radiya. You see
Yeah.
dots there. And why? Because there is a kasra before it. So when you have a kasra before ya, then it takes dots. When you don't have next one wa, we do not see the dots. It becomes a hamza. It becomes a alif maksura. So wa, yeah. So radiya. Thank you, sister. It is a nakis yai wa. Whose turn is
I
it?
I
Sister.
just have quick question. Probably
Yeah.
I missed something there when when we're discussing the stop. How did the ta come in there? Taqif. How did the ta come?
Yeah. So waqafa yaqifu. Yaqifu is our fellow Mudari, right? From there,
Okay. Oh,
we make it
okay.
to Anta.
Okay.
Anta, we bring Anta is Taqifu. You
Okay.
you are stopping, yeah, Taqifu. From
Yes.
Taqifu, we drop the Alamatu Mudari. So this is,
Okay.
we drop the Harfu Mudari. So Harfu
Yeah.
Mudari Ta got dropped and we put a Sukun at the end, yeah. So
Thank you. Yeah. Good.
Sister Asma Afzal, next one is Wa.
Wa he withheld, and that is al-lafiful mafrook.
MashaAllah, yes. So this is Lafif Mafrook, meaning double
Apart.
two weak letters which are apart. Yeah.
Apart
So
from each other.
yeah, yeah. This verb is used in the form 4 of it in the Quran Majid. Wajama fa'aw'a. Fa'aw'a. This is the form 4 of it, meaning he wajama, he collects, and then what does he do? Fa'awa, and then he piles up, he withholds, So first of all, he gathers the wealth, and after that, he withholds it. Yeah. So may Allah Ta'ala make us generous that we do not do that. Allah Ta'ala help.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
What is the bab wa'a?
This is Form 4.
No, this here, and he withheld wa'a.
Wa'a. For the bab, the best is to check the
to look the
dictionary.
dictionary. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not good with the babs. I don't memorize them, right? So the best is to check the dictionary, inshallah.
Yeah, it's just too much. That's why we don't remember this. Okay, check, inshallah.
Yeah, it's not a frequently used. It's only used, I think, maybe only once in the Quran Majid, or maybe to my thinking is only once in Form 4, meaning he withholds. Yeah. So and then wajama fa'auha, and he gathers, and then he withholds. Yeah. Okay, so next is Brother Abdul Rahman.
It was my turn actually, because I asked question, it lowered the hand.
Okay, so go ahead. Yeah. Wada.
Wada, he put. So this is again mu'tallul fa'i, and it is the misal verb, misal mu'tallul fa'i, misal wawi.
Misal wawi, yeah. So wada, what's the mudare?
Yada'u
from there. Yes. So
da will be the amr.
So we take tada'u. Tada'u. Tada'u, we drop the ta and we put a sakun at the end. Do we need Hamzatul Wasl?
No.
No, because we can pronounce it. So becomes da. Da means put. So we have always been seeing in the questions da. Yeah. So as we have been seeing the put the last haraka or stuff like that. So now we know where is this coming from is wada. Yadau, from there tadau, then we make da. Da means you are instructing somebody to put. So that is good.
Yeah,
Next
again it is majzum and sukun at the end, just only when it is for masculine and third person.
Only for exactly. Yeah.
If we look at the whole conjugation,
second person,
then it will be different.
Second person masculine. Yeah. Singular. Yeah. Exactly. Father Abdul Rahman, next one. Wahaba.
Wahaba, he granted. Yahabu is the mudare, or
Yes.
Yahibu, depending on, right.
Yeah.
So It is Mithalul Wawi and Mu'tallul Fa'i.
Yeah. So wahaba yahabu. So from there tahabu.
Yes.
Tahabu. Now make fellow amr from it.
Yeah, it is Hub.
Hab. Rabbana hab lana min azwajina wa zurriyatina. Hab. So becomes hab. You grant. Yeah. So we say Rabbana, oh our Lord, you grant. Rabbana hab lana. You grant. Yeah. So.
So for Motal Wawi, for Motal Fai, we always end up getting the fellow Amr like this.
Most of the time, yes.
Okay.
Always part is difficult to say to make
Okay.
it a rule, but yeah, most of the time it will be like this. Yes.
Okay.
So that's where our dua comes. Rabbana hab lana min azwajina, or Rabbana la tuzigh qulubana wa ba'da iz hadaytana wa hab lana min ladunka rahma innaka antal wahhab. Wahhab is also from there. You are the most granter. Fa'al, Wahhab, the one who gives again and again and again. Fa'al, yeah. So it's a sigha mubalagha. We will learn more about this in book 3. Basically, somebody who does something again and again and it doesn't even bother him. Yeah. So that is Wahhab. Yes, from there. So Wahhab lana, and grant us min ladunka rahma, from yourself the mercy. Yeah. So that is good. So now we know where is this hub coming from. Yeah. So alhamdulillah. So we are learning more and more. Alhamdulillah. We cannot thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala enough for that. Sister
Mr.
Naj,
Wahab is also Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's name.
name, yes, yeah, yeah. Wahhab. Wahhab is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's name, that one who gives, who grants. Yeah.
He feared Khawfa.
Yeah.
It is Ajwaf, Muta'ali Aini.
Yes. So we say khafa. Khawifa becomes khafa because
Yakhafu.
yes, khafa yakhafu. So sister, another example of verb which has a alif in the middle. Yeah. So alif, this alif actually represents wow. That's why I put khawifa, not khafa. Yes. That is good. Next, so khafa yakhafu. Okay, let's not do the mudda fellow amr yet for it. When we reach there, when we are doing ajwaf, then we will go do those inshallah. Okay, so next is brother Shahid Nasiya.
Nasiya is Naqis Yai.
Naqis ya. So, and because there is a kasra before, so ya gets 2 dots. Yeah, so we see that.
Yeah.
Okay, so next is whose turn is it? Sister Asma Afzal. Asa Yasi.
Asa Yasi, he disobeyed. Al-Mutalulami, An-Nakisu Yayi.
Naqis ya. Yeah. So, and notice that do not put 2 dots. Why? Because there is a fatha before it. Then ya turns into a alif maksura. Yeah.
Yes, brother, Jazakallah.
Wayaki. And brother Rashid, next yours turn.
Isa, he was hopeless.
Yes.
So it is Mu'tallul Fa'i and Misal Ya'i. And brother, one thing here, we cannot say Al Misalu Ya'i because it is a mudaf ilayh, and we cannot put ar. Am I correct?
I will explain that today, inshallah, as well. Yes.
And how can we turn this into Mudare?
So how can we do mudare of it?
Yeah.
Asa Yasi. Yeah. So,
okay.
For mudare, you have to look at the bab from the dictionary. Yeah.
No, the other one for hopeless.
Nasiya.
No,
Yaisa.
Yeah.
Yaisa, Yaisu. So we'll have 2 yas.
Okay.
Yaisu. So Yaisu. Yaisa, Yaisu. You will have a 2 dots. Yeah.
This asa, I've heard the meaning is stick.
That is with the,
Spelling
yes, that is with the asa, like,
alif.
yeah. It is from with with a stretched alif, yeah, with alif mamduda, not alif maksura.
And
So
what is the root word here? Ain Sod Ya.
yes, this is ain sadia. That's why it's written with the asa ya si. So that is root is, yeah, but there is a noun from it which is asa. That is the stick or a staff. You are correct, but it is written with an alif mamduda. So this is a noun. It's not a verb. Yeah, so this is a noun, stick, and this is a verb. What is the connection in between them? There could be connection. I don't know, but you know, I don't know. What is the connection? Why it has the same root? I don't know.
I know for hopeless we don't yeah, normally use the fi'l amr, but for anything like this, how are we going to deal with the ya is going to go away and then
Yes.
we'll be
So let's say so we make it tais, yeah, taisu. Taisu, we
okay.
drop the ta
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
put a sakun at the end, yeah. Can we
yes,
pronounce it? We cannot. So you will
not
will become e is or something
e
like that. Yeah. So
o e is okay, okay,
yeah, e is, that means you be hopeless. Yeah. So you are
okay,
commanding somebody to be hopeless. Yeah, which is
yeah,
will never will be
yeah,
used.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. So Bad Abdurrahman, your turn, I believe.
Yes, yes. So it is Araja Yaruju, I guess.
Yeah. Araja, yeah, Aruju. Yes, I believe. Yes.
Yeah. So it is a silent verb which we will be covering.
It is a silent verb, yeah, and so normal verb, and on the wazan of fool, we know uruj. Uruj, right? In Urdu, we use all the time uruj, yeah, on the wazan of fool. Uruj. Uruj means somebody having a higher position or something, yeah. So from the same, why I give these, because you know it helps us to remember the meaning of the verbs, yeah. So we should always try to relate to Urdu or something that we already know. So uruj.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
next one. Yes.
so إذا نقول ربنا هب لنا من أزواجنا so ماذا نطلب من الله يعني الأطفال أو أي شيء أي شيء
من أزواجنا وذرياتنا قرة أعين. Make
قرة
them قرة أعين. So
أعين
make them the coolness of my eyes.
أي
Yeah. So that is the
شكرا.
yeah. Okay, Sister Najma.
He protected Waqaya, Lafifun Mafruq.
Yes, Lafif Mafruq.
Because the first and the third radical are weak here.
Yes, yeah. So can we call it misal and nakis as well?
No.
No. Why? Because when they are in both categories, then you know it does not make sense that we call them that, oh, this is a misal and this is nakis. No, we call them then a third category, which is lafif, and then
But
within lafif we go.
they can still be called as mu'attal, right?
They are still part of mutallat. Yes,
Yeah.
they are part of mutallat. They are weak letter verbs. Yes, yeah, they are mutallun. Yes, but mutal of fa and lam. So that is two categories. Then we put them into one. And just wanted to mention one thing that I think last time was a question. So why do we call them, like for example, jalasa? You know, so in our mind we can say that this is my first radical, this is my second radical, and this is my third radical, yeah. Or you can say this is my alif radical, this is ba radical, and this is ta radical, alif ba ta, right? But what they did is they chose fa'ala. Fa'ala, this is my fa radical, jim. Halanki you see jim, but they call it fa radical. This is the middle radical. Instead of calling it a second radical, they call it ayn radical. And the third radical, instead of calling it the third radical, they call it lam radical. So that's the connection between. I hope it's not too late to mention that, but just remember that that's why we say fa radical, ayn radical, and lam radical. They took fa'ala as an example, and then first radical they always call it fa radical. Could be jim, could be kaf, could be anything, right? So, but they still call it fa radical, meaning that this is my first radical. I hope that point is clear, inshallah, because I felt like that still is not clear. So that's why I started to, based on the homework, I wanted to mention that again, that fa'ala, instead of calling it first radical, they say fa radical. Second radical, ayn radical. Third radical, lam radical. Yeah. So for example, if I say to you sami'a, what is my ayn radical?
Meme.
Meme. Even though confusion can happen that, oh, I see ayn at the end, so my third radical is ayn. No, my ayn radical is meme, because fa'ala, the middle, when I'm asking you the ayn radical, I am not asking you to point me this ayn. I'm asking you to point me or tell me what is the middle radical, which is meme in this case. Yeah. So that is, for example, if I say fatara, and I say what is my fa radical, this now happens to be fa. Yeah, so fa radical is fa. Yeah, so that is, but what I'm asking you is that what is my first radical? For fa radical, ayn radical, I'm asking you is the second radical, and then lam radical, meaning I'm asking the third radical. So this as a revision, inshallah. Okay, so the next question was about the ayah. Whose turn is it, Brother Shahid? So we were supposed to identify, I think, the weak letter verbs from here. Mutallat. There, mutallun means one. Mutallun, yeah. Mutallun. Jama is mutallatun. Mutallatun. What will be the dual?
Muttallat.
Mutallani. Yeah. Yeah. Talibani, Mu'tallani. Yeah. And Mu'tallaini, Mu'tallaini. Right. So two radical, two verbs which are Mu'tal will be Mu'tallani. Right. So Mu'tallatun. Yeah. Meaning.
Another question.
Yes.
So why have you written Mu'tallat when it is Mu'tallun? Shouldn't it be Mu'tallatun?
Mu'tallun and Mu'tallatun. No, because Mu'tallun is masculine. Yeah. And its plural is feminine. Why? Because kullu jama muannas is ghair aqil, right? So it's treated as it's a kalima, so it's treated as a feminine, yes.
Okay.
Okay, but as a singular, it is a. So I will say haza fe'lun mu'tallun. I will not say hazihi fe'lun mu'tallun. But if too many verbs are weak, I will say hazihi mu'tallatun, because jama muannas salim. Kullu jama muannas, kullu jama muannas ghair aqil will be treated as singular. Kullu jama muannas concept. Yes. I hope it is clear.
But this is a brother, it's a wahid and jama. So if wahid is mudhakkar, even the plural could be muannas.
That's correct. Yeah.
And
that's why I said haza mu'tallun. This is weak. But if it's too many, then I will say hazihi mu'tallatun. Okay, inshallah. So, Brother Shahid, go ahead.
Asa.
Yes, asa is our. Is naqis.
Yai.
Naqis yai. Yeah, that's good.
And then Ghawa.
Yeah.
Naqis yai too.
Naqis yai as well.
No, it's Lafif.
Oh, sorry, yeah, it is lafif. What kind of a lafif? Makroon or mafrook?
Macaroon.
Makroon, they are next to each other. So, and then what was next?
Ijtaba.
Yes, ijtaba is also there, but ijtaba we have not done yet. This is a form 8 verb. So if you some of you picked it, that's good. If you did not pick it, so it is a form verb. Ijtaba yajtabi. Ijtaba. It is like this. Ijtaba yajtabi. Yajtabi. Yajtabi. And then from there, ism maf'ul is mujtaba. We say Muhammad mujtaba, right? Mujtaba, chosen one. Sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Mujtaba. Or Mustafa or Mujtaba, both are used, so that means chosen. Okay, so that is good. Yeah, but it's form 8, so if you don't pick it up, that's okay, But ijtaba is like this. It is a naqis EI, naqis EI. And then next, brother Shahid.
Ata.
Yeah, taba. What's the mudari?
Taba yatubu.
Taba yatubu. So this is another example of alif in the middle. So taba.
Ajwaf.
Yes, taba yatubu. Taba yatubu. Yeah, so that because the past tense is not telling me if it's wawi or yai, but the mudari is telling me that I am wawi. So taba is ajwaf wawi. That is good, mashallah. So you see, without this mutallat is very Quran Majid, these will come, weak letter verbs will come a lot in abundance. Yeah, so we have to be strong in it, inshallah. So that was the homework, alhamdulillah.
Last one is Hada.
Hada yahdi, yes, hada yahdi. Hada is what kind of a verb is it?
Naqis.
Yes, naqis.
Naqis yai.
Naqis yai, yes. So hada yahdi, yeah. So yeah, remember it's not lafif because ha is not a weak letter and dal is not a weak letter. So it's only have one weak letter, which is a ya at the end. So alhamdulillah, whoever submitted homework, I don't see any issues, major issues or anything. So that was very good, alhamdulillah. With this, let us take back in 10 minutes. So we will be back in 10 minutes. I will be here, inshallah. So if any questions, you can feel free to ask. Other than that, we are officially on break, so I will not start the lesson yet.
Brother Qasim, from Understanding Al-Quran Academy, they say that the strong verbs, like those irregular verbs, they come around 9,000 times in the Quran Pak. And almost one line of the Musaf on page, there are about 15 lines. If we consider, there will be at least one time the strong verb has come, and at least one time out of these weak verbs, all these patterns. So at least one verb is a weak verb in each line.
Yes.
Average.
Mashallah, yeah. So that's so that tells us the importance of that we cannot move forward without knowing this. And alhamdulillah, so far so good, inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
So when we were doing the homework, last part of the homework from the Quran,
yes,
one word was from form 8 verb. You can go back to that.
Yes, ijtaba, yeah.
Ijtaba.
Yeah.
What are the root letters for ijtaba?
Okay, so we go here. Ijtaba, yeah. Now, so do you know? Have you done forms already?
I have, okay, so I can tell now. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yes,
So
no problem. Yeah.
so
So
Jim,
yeah, Jim,
the, no, not the,
yeah,
Ba,
Ba, and
and yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Jazakallah.
Oh, yeah. So those of us who don't know, basically, Form 8 will start with the Hamzatul Wasl always. And then the third radical will be a Ta. So if I say to you, Ijtama'a, Ijtama'a. As soon as you see the third radical as a Ta, that's a good indication that it is my Form 8 verb. Ijtama'a. So what is my root now? So Hamzatul Wasl cannot be root. Ta is additional because of Form 8. So my root I'm left with is Jim, Mim, Ain, which is Jama'a. Jama'a also means to together, to collect. Yeah. So Jama'a, Yajma'u. Yeah. So we will be starting inshallah with our continue with the key inshallah. So right now it's break time, so anybody has any question, you can feel free inshallah.
Yes, brother.
Yes.
Assalamu alaikum. I have a question regarding these forms of verb. What's the purpose and what the meaning itself? I hear from you, Form 8, Form 10, and mashallah, a lot of people know all that. But what's the concept of it?
Yeah, so the concept is that you have in Arabic three, most of the Arabic verbs are three-letter verbs, right? And based on these three-letter verbs, then you have forms. The root is still those three, and then you make other verbs from it. The meaning of them can be similar or can be completely different meaning. Yeah. So and those verbs are also used. So what's the significance is that, for example, if I need to know, I don't know the meaning of ijtama'a, for example, yes, or any verb that you see, and ijtama'a. Now you don't know the meaning of it, and you look in the dictionary and you say ijtama, you will never find it. You have to know the root. So you say Jim, Mim, and Ain, Jama. You will find. Then under Jama, it will tell you the meaning of Jama, right? But you need to know what's the meaning of Ijtama. Yeah. Then under there, it will say, okay, this verb, the meaning of Jama, which is the root letters, is this, and then form 2 meaning is this, form 3 is meaning this, form 8 meaning this, and that's where you will see, okay, I'm looking for my meaning of form 8, so you will find it there. So that's where the significance is. And it's a beautiful thing about it that, in Arabic, in Arabic, any three letters, then you have like it's like your trunk, and then you have many branches from the same three letters, and each one can have a similar meaning or a completely different meaning. Sometimes opposite meaning even.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I understand, brother, like there are 14 forms, right? So each word will have 14 different meanings.
So technically you can create that, but not all of them are used. So some verbs, for example, you will have only form 1 and form 8 used. That's it. Form 4, 5, 6 you can make it, but it's not used in Arabic, so it doesn't make sense to create them. Yeah. So it's
How
not.
is this going to help us with the Quran Majid? I'm just trying to relate it to the Quran Majid. How will this help us now?
Yeah, so it will help us that, for example, istaghfara yastaghfiru. Istaghfara istaghfara. Istaghfara, yastaghfiru, yeah. This is my form. Which form do you know? Somebody knows?
It's
Form 10.
Form 10. Form
Right,
10. How do we
right.
know? When you have alif, sin and ta, hamzatul wasal, sin and ta in the beginning, that means it is my form 10. So for example, if I say istamala, yastamilu, istimalun, that is form 10. Yeah. So that's, we will learn this in book 3, 14, 15 chapters are on this. Yeah. And it's very interesting topic, and it's not very difficult. So don't be, worried that, oh, it's too many. It's very easy. Inshallah, we will do it in a systematic way. It's very easy, and just like you are able to now, I give you verbs and you are able to find that this is misal, this is ajwaf, this is nakis. Same way, if I give you a verb, you will be able to say, oh, this is my form 5 and this is my form 10, and this. So that one. Now, what's the significance? Is istaghfara is from 10, from ghafara yaghfiru. Ghafara yaghfiru. Yeah. From there, yeah. So this is my, so now ghafara means he forgave. Istaghfara means he begged forgiveness. You see the difference in the meaning? Ghafara means he forgave. Istaghfara means he begged for forgiveness. Different meaning, right? Ghafara, he forgived. Istaghfara, he seeked forgiveness. So that's how each form will have a different meaning. Yeah. So and we use all the time, istighfar. So we use it all the time, but we don't know that this is my form 10 from ghafara yaghfiru.
Yes.
So, but really, if you know the meaning of the 3 root letter word, the ghafara here, if you did not know what istaghfara meant, you could always use a guess with ist means in front will make you,
seek.
You seek. Yeah.
Yeah. Whenever you see hamza, sin and ta means seeking something. Yeah. So if I say nasara yansuru, now nasara yansuru, he helped. Istansara, what will be the meaning?
I'm asking for help.
Yeah, he
Seeking
seeked
for
for
help.
help.
Yes.
Yeah, he seeked for help. Istansara. So it's giving me the easy. So nasara yansuru is to help. Oh, he helped. Yeah. Istansara, he seeked help. He seeked help. Yeah, basically.
Okay.
I guess some form must also be having meme in the front. Meme.
Yeah, so not the
Right.
form, but when you make it, the one who seeks forgiveness or the one who gives forgiveness, those will have, will have a meme with it. Yeah, and we will learn more about it, inshallah. The meme meaning is that either that is my file or it is my
Because we used a lot in Urdu, right?
Yeah.
Mahlub,
Yeah.
There'll be file, maful, and also, I think, zarf, right?
Say that again, sorry.
File, maful, and the place, and time, zarf.
Yes. Yeah. So sajada yasjudu masjidun means it's a place of doing sajda. Yeah. So that's how you make, and also you make tools also. So wazana yazinu is to measure. From there, mizan is a tool of doing the weight of something. Yeah. So mizan is a scale.
What are those called? Ismal Ala or something?
Ismul Ala, yeah. Those are all topic coming in the book 3, inshallah. So very interesting, inshallah. So let's be ready for it, inshallah, and make ourselves strong, So that's the important thing, is that we don't want to be a weak letter verb. We want to be strong, inshallah. Okay, so let us start. Inshallah, we are back from the break. So go back here to the key, and we are doing lesson number 26. So should be somewhere around here. Did I go too much up? No. Okay, so let's lesson number 26. Yeah, let me make it bigger, and I am going to erase this. So we will read one more time this so that we become stronger, inshallah. So let us read. Yeah, so in this lesson we learn the following. We have learned that most Arabic verbs have only 3 letters, which are called radicals. The first radical is fa radical, the second one is ain, and the third radical is called the lam radical. These names are taken from the verb fa'ala, which has been taken as an example for all the verbs. Yeah. Okay, so that is one point. If one of the 3 radicals is waw or a ya, notice does not say alif, because alif represents either waw or a ya. Yeah? The verb is called mu'tallun, al-mu'tallu. Yeah, that is weak. If the first radical is waw or a ya, the verb is called mu'tallul fa'i, that is weak of the fa. It is also known as mithal. Yeah. If the
Sorry, brother, I am interrupting you. So, alif is not a weak letter.
alif is not a weak letter, no.
Okay.
Yeah. What does alif represent?
Wow or ya.
Wow or ya. So alif by itself is not a weak letter. It represents a weak letter, which could be wow or a ya.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why it does not say alif over here. Yeah. Okay, so if a verb has a alif in it, we know that that's not my root letter. I have to look for my root letter. Most of the time mudare will give us. If mudare doesn't give, we go to the mastar. For example, nama, alif in the middle. I go to mudare, yanamu, still I see alif. Naumun, the master is telling me that it is wow actually, which was coming in nama yanamu. Yeah, so that is there. Yeah. Okay, so if the second radical is a waw or a ya, then it is known as mu'tallul aini, and it is also called ajwaf. Yeah. So you have a choice, mu'tallul fa or misal. You can call it mu'tallul ain or ajwaf. And then if the third radical is weak, then you call it mu'tallul lami or naqis. Yeah. And then if 2 radicals are weak, then we cannot put it in any of the categories. We have a separate category. It is known as lafif. And then we know that it is 2 types of lafif, which is not mentioned here, lafif mafrook and lafif makroon. Yeah. So that is there. Now, one thing that I want to mention over here is, beside the point, is over here, mu'tallul fa'i. What kind of a structure is it in terms of our grammatical analysis? Brother Rashid, you asked me this question.
Yes,
So,
brother. Yeah, because it cannot be mudaf ilayhi because al is there.
Not
So,
manut.
so it's not manut, then one is mu'tallul fa'i, and we say weak of fa.
Okay.
Yeah. And so we don't say weak fa, right? So mu'tallul fa'i and plus y, there is a kasra at the It should be al mu'tallul al fa'u, but it says mu'tallul fa'i. Yeah. So what's going on over here? I'll add a place over here and I'll explain it to you. So this will be a small point. Don't worry too much about it. It's an exception. So we see, for example, al-mu'tallul fa'i. So first of all, to give you, this is my mudaf and this is my mudaf ilayhi. So now this is an exception that it has al with it. We have been so far learning that mudaf can never have al, yeah. This is an exception over here that mudaf has an al, yeah. So when you are teaching, you will not tell students on the day one this that you can have exception. If you tell them from you start with the exception, they will all be confused. So make them strong first of all in mudaf ilayhi, and you teach them that mudaf can never have al. Then you come over here and you see al, then you tell them that this is an exception. Yeah, so I'll explain it to you. When is this exception possible? Yeah, so when you have, so you can write this down somewhere. When you have amil coming as mudaf of al-ma'mul. I will explain what do I mean. Then it is permissible. It is not necessary. It is permissible to have al for mudaf. So the mudaf can have al when there is a amil and mamul relationship. Yeah. So what is the meaning of that? So for example, if I say to somebody ra ke bul hafilati, hafila is a bus, hafilati, meaning what is the meaning of rakib? The passenger, right? The rider. So I say passenger of the bus. Yeah. Now this is the amil and this is the mamul. Yeah. Who the person who is riding is the amil. He is the one doing the action, and the action is done upon the bus, which is he's riding the bus. Yeah. So it is permissible. So this is what we have seen so far. So far we know that this is mudaf ilayhi so far. And this is my mudaf and this is my mudaf ilayhi. It is permissible for me to say ar-rakibu, al-hafilati, hafilati. This is my amil, this is my mudaf and this is my mudaf ilayhi. Is permissible. Permissible. Okay. So now what we see is al-mu'tallul fa'i, because it is mu'talla fa'i, it is amil and mamul relationship, so it is permissible to do that. Now I would not explain this even if it did not had come in the Quran Majid. In the Quran Majid it comes as in ayah number Surah Hajj, ayah number 435. It says wal muqi miss salati. No dots, I think. Muqimis salati. And the establishers of the prayer. Wal muqiminas salawati or salati. You can take a look at the ayah also. So, establisher of the salah. So this is my amil. This is my mamul. When you have this kind of relationship, it is permissible to mudaf to have a al, and this is my mudaf and this is my mudaf ilayhi. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is like teaching us that it is permissible when you have a amil al mamul relationship, it is permissible. And
what is actually the meaning of amil is somebody who is doing something, right? Amal?
yeah, who's doing an action and the one who is doing the action upon. Yeah, so salah is the one action being done and the amil is the one who is doing it. Yeah, so just like I mentioned to you up over here, so if I say rakib without al, I can say rakibul hafilati, rider of the bus, or I can say ar rakibu al hafilati.
So is it like file and mafulun bi relationship?
No, it's not that kind of relationship. It's the action is done on something. Yeah, so there is a relationship between the two, then it is permissible. It comes in the Quran Majid only once in this ayah. So if you can understand it, good. If it's too much for you, don't worry about it too much. So that's the reason I mentioned to over here is that first of all it comes al mu'tallul fa'i mudaf ilayhi, and then students get confused that mudaf is never supposed to have al. Now we have so just remember that this is an exception. Now, as we will not be writing Arabic, so we don't have to worry too much about it, only to know when you come to this ayah and the analysis says mudaf ilayhi, and then you are confused, then how come mudaf has alif, lam, and then you know, okay, this because it's an amil ma'mul relationship. That's why it is my mudaf. There is an exception, and Allah Ta'ala is using that exception and telling us that I'm putting a alif lam with the mudaf. Ayah could have been muqim salati without al, yeah, but it says wal muqim salati, yeah. And so that's the reason I brought it over here. You can write it, take a screenshot, you can make your own notes just as an exception, because when you reading the Quran Majid, you will say alif lam, you will see alif lam and it will say mudaf, then don't be too worried that how come mudaf has alif lam, because exception can happen.
Brother, can we take a screenshot of it? Thank you.
Yes, yeah. Let me just make it smaller.
So this is in ayah number 35 or?
Ayah 35 of Surah Hajj, I believe, yes. So you can double check it, make sure that's the one.
Surah Hajj is 22.
So Surah Hajj is 22 ayah. So that means that. So Surah Hajj, which is 22, ayah number 35. Yeah. So take a look and it will help you.
Is the screen being recorded?
Yes, recording is on.
Okay.
Yeah, the recording is on, yeah. And the purpose is not to take a screenshot and it just disappears in your phone somewhere. I would like that, you make your own notes. So when you are teaching and a student asks you that al-mu'tallul fa'i, is it not manut? It's not manut because it's supposed to be al-mu'tallul al-fa'u. How come it's al-mu'tallul fa'i? And you will have a student like Brother Rashid, mashallah, he will not, so he will say what's happening over here. Then it's an exception, and this kind of exception did actually come in the Quran Majid as well, and you can give this example, and it only comes this ayah to my knowledge, so you can make a note of it. So make your own notes, inshallah, please.
Brother, is it the same? Is the same case possible with mithalun as well? Al mithalul wawi.
Yes, yeah, all three of them, yes, as you see. So let me go back there to my key. So you see over here, Mu'tallul Fa'i, Mu'tallul Aini, and Mu'tallul Lami. All
no,
of them are mudaf ilayhi.
I'm actually asking about the word al-misalu or al-ajwafu or
No, then we call it misal wawi. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So no, not with that. No. Then we say misalu wawi. Misal wawi or then it is not manut. Yeah. Misalun al-misalu al-wawi. Actually, if you write the whole thing, yes. Then it is not manut. Yeah. But so if I say to you, for example, katibu, risalatin, risalatin. The writer of the letter, right? Risala is a letter, and Katib means the one who writes, right? Katibu Risalatin. So I have a choice over here. I can say Ar-Risala T should be Katibu Ar-Risala T, the writer of the letter. Yeah, I have a choice over here. I can also say Al-Katibu Ar-Risalati, because this is the Amil and this is the Mamul. There is a relationship there. It is permissible. Now, caution again, when you are teaching, do not bring it up when you are teaching them mudaf ilayhi, that there is an exception and all of that, because otherwise they will be confused big time, So at this stage, I can mention to you because your mudaf ilayhi is strong, yeah. But other than that, do not bring it in the beginning of teaching somebody, because it will confuse big time, inshallah.
So Abdullahi, so here Abd is one who is worshipping, right?
Yes.
So can that apply here?
So I'm just telling you, I don't know the more of it, that you can do it in all the situations. Because in that sense, we are worshipping Allah, but Allah is still not the Mamul, so that is we're not working ours in that sense, it's nothing.
Okay.
Action is not being done on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, right? So in that sense, yeah. So don't try to apply it in every case, and just because it comes in the Quran Majid only once, we don't have to worry about it too much.
Just in this context, I know this is not the topic we are discussing. When I say Abd, what is the difference between Abd and Abid?
Abd is the slave. Abid is the worshipper.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Abd is a slave, and
Yes.
Abid is a
Worship.
worshipper. Yeah.
Okay.
The one who does ibadah.
Yeah.
And brother, Amil and Mamul means what?
Amil means doer. Mamul means the one on whom the action is done. Okay.
Like file and maful.
File and maful, yeah. So katib and maktub, and like that, yeah. So qatil and maktul. So,
yes.
yeah. So many we use all the time in Urdu also, yeah. So let us continue, inshallah. So that part takes care of the mudaf ilayhi with al, mudaf with al part, yeah. So that's, I'm going to erase this, so we can continue. Once again, I'm going to repeat myself that if you get the point, good. If not, and do not apply this everywhere, try to put alif lam. We don't need to do that, inshallah. So we keep our rule that mudaf cannot have alif lam, can have rare exceptions. That's all. Okay, so we continue. In this lesson, I'm reading from here. In this lesson, we learn the mithal verbs. We have examples only of verbs having waw as the first radical, yeah. So not even a ya. Only in this lesson we will do verbs which are starting with a waw, yeah. So waqafa, wazana, Wada'a. Waqafa means he stopped. Wazana, he weighed. And he placed. Wada, he placed. Yeah. There is an abnormality in mudare of the misal verbs. Yeah. The first radical waw is lost in the mudare. Wazana yazinu. Yeah. So that's the part that is weakness, is that it gets dropped. Yeah. So I'm going to add another spot over here. We can go at the bottom of this one. Now, what I am going to tell you from here onwards is very, very, very important. So I need your complete attention, inshallah. Yeah. So, first of all, the reasons of weakness. Yeah, which is known in Arabic is sababu. Sababu. Elali. Elal meaning weakness. Motallun, Elal, all of them. Ain lam is the root. Sababu.
Alil is Urdu word.
Yes, yeah. So sababul elali huwa takhfif wa tashilun nutqi. Nutqi. Takhfif meanings khafif, so to reduce or reduction. Yeah, you can say reduction. And tashil means simplicity. Sahal, so simplicity. Nutq means pronunciation. Mantak we use in Urdu, mantak, yeah, pronunciation. Yeah. So sababul elali, reason of elal, reason of weakness. That why are we learning all of this and why Arabs dealt, these ones. So for example, qala is actually kawala. Why do they call it qala? Because kawala is difficult to pronounce. Kawala. Qala is easier on your tongue. Yeah. You can feel that. Yeah. Nawama. If I say nawama, difficult to pronounce. Nama, easy to pronounce. Nawama yanwimu. Yanwimu is difficult to pronounce. Yanamu, more fluent on this. So Arabs were very concerned about having the easy on the tongue, and fluency has to have a rhythm. All of that is very important in Arabic language. So that's the reasons of weakness is sababul elali huwa takhfifun wa tashilun nutqi. Reasons of weakness is that they wanted their language to be reduce, not heavy, difficult words, and having a easy, it should be easy to pronounce. Yeah, so that's the reason for it. Yeah. Now I'm going to write down what I said to you, that important is these 4 notes are very important. So note number, I should say note number 1. So note 1 is that ya requires a kasra before it. Waw requires what before it? Or prefers? What does waw prefers before
Dhamma.
it? Dhamma. And alif prefers what before it? fatha. Yeah. So this is preferably. Preferably. This is what in Arabic, whenever you have a alif prefers that should be a fatha before me. Whenever you have a wow says I prefer that dhamma should be before me for fluency. So for takhfif and tasheel, keep that in mind. Yeah. And ya prefers that a kasra should be before me. Yeah. Second note number 2 is al haruf al halqiyatu. Halaqiyatu. Those of us who study tajweed, they can tell me that what are the haruf halaqi, which is hamza,
Hamza,
ha, then
Ain,
ha,
Ain, Kha,
ha,
Ain.
and ain and ghain. So these ilal, these weaknesses happen for pronunciation of these haruf halaqi as well. And when I go and I explain, it will make more sense, inshallah. So halaqi. All we have to know is from now on, note number 2 is that what are my haruf halaqi? If I say what are the haruf halaqi, you say hamza, ha, kha, ain, and
It's
ghain.
word
6 of them.
halaqi is from halaq, like using the
Yeah, throat letters. Yeah,
throat
these are
letters.
known
Okay.
as throat letter words or throat letter particles or huruf, what are the alphabets? Yeah, throat letter alphabets, which is hamza, ha, kha, ain, and ghain. They are coming from the throat. So having, before or after them a weak letter is it does tricks to the pronunciation.
So
It becomes
qaf is excluded from here. Qaf.
yeah, qaf is not a haruf halqi.
Okay, because coming close to the pronunciation of kha, right? Like
Yeah, no, haruf
It's
halqi.
end of the tongue. Ka
Yeah.
is end of the tongue.
Yeah.
Okay.
So just remember that when you study tajweed, they tell you that there are these 6 which are haruf halaqi. They come from your halaq, from your throat, bottom part of the halq, and then which is hamza, ha, kha, ain, and ghain. So if I ask in my homework today, write down the haruf halqi, you will write down these 6. If I say to you, what does ya prefers before it? You say kasra. If I say to you, what does wow prefer before it? Prefer, not necessary. It's not necessary, but it's prefers. You say dhamma. If I say what alif prefers before it, you say fatha. Yeah. So that's note number 1 and note number 2. Yeah.
So al-huruf al-halaqiyya is not manut.
Yes, this is not manut. Yes. Yeah. So the throat letters, not letters of throat. No, throat letters. Yeah. So that's the translation. Note number 3. Which is known as qawaidu.
no, why did we discuss huruf al halaqatu there? What was
Yeah,
the reason?
so that is coming. Yeah, so
Okay.
just for now you have to learn that these are the 6 which are my throat letters. When we reach there, then you will see why they were mentioned. Yeah, and at that time, then you are thinking about, oh, what are the throat letters? No, that will not serve the purpose. You are supposed to know them. Yeah, so qawaidul mu'tallati, which means that the rules of weak letters. Yeah, so rules of weak letters. So what are the rules? Yeah, so underneath this note number 3, you have A, B, and C, and D. Yeah, so A, or I can put down the Roman numerals. So let's say go with the note number 1. Yeah, Naqalul harakati. Naqalul harakati. Meaning displacement of haraka. Displacement of haraka. So or naqalul harakati, or also changing of haraka. Changing of haraka. What do I mean by it here? So qala is on, so nasara, for example, nasara yansuru. Yansuru. This is my regular verb, nasara yansuru. Yeah. Nasara yansuru. This is my regular verb. So you have qawala yaqwulu. Yaqwulu. Yeah. This is my, should be on the wazn of nasara yansuru, qawala yaqwulu. What happens is, because there is a weakness in it, this dhamma gets displaced to becomes yaqulu. So they switch spots. This is what naqlul harkata mean. They switch spots. Yeah. So it was qawala yaqulu. You can see that yaqulu is difficult to pronounce. Yaqulu. So easy to pronounce. So all of these elal is happening because of these reasons I told you, for takhfif and tasheel, for making it sahal, making it easy on the tongue. This is happening here. So qawala is supposed to be yakbulu, becomes yakulu. What happened? They dhamma and sakun switch its spot. And this is what is known as naqlul harakati. Yani ke displacement of haraka or changing of haraka. Sometimes even the haraka will change from dhamma, it will change to a fatha or something like that. We will see examples of that. So for now, what we are learning is that sometimes, to make it easy to pronounce, they switch spots. So supposed to be yakbulu became yakulu. Qala yakulu. Qawala yakulu. Yeah. So this is bin naqlul harkati. Yeah. Number 2.
So it means that qaf was, which had sukoon, it becomes mutaharrik, and
Yeah.
then waw, which was mutaharrik, becomes sakin.
Yes, that's another way of saying it. Yes. So they switch their spots. Yeah. So, Sukoon said, okay, it's easy, difficult to pronounce. You come on qaf and I will go on the waw to make it easy to pronounce. So they switch their spot and then becomes yaqulu. Yeah. Supposed to be yaqulu, just like yansuru, right? So makes with the example of nasara yansuru, you keep it in mind, then it became yaqulu on that. Yeah. So that's what is known as naqalul harakati. Yeah. Number second point is hasful harakati. Harakati. Sometimes what happens is that haraka gets dropped. Has means dropped. Yeah. So you can say that replacing haraka with a sukoon. So for example, something has a dhamma on it, you hasf the dhamma. Now when you remove the dhamma, what is left there is a sukoon, right? Sukoon is left there. Yeah. So for example, so yansuru, for example, yansuru. That's the regular verb, yansuru. Dana yadnu, supposed to be yadnu. The verb is dana yadnu, means to be close, to be close, to be close, close to something, dana yadnu. Dunya is from there. Dunya is a close word, yeah. So that is dunya is there. So dana yadnu. So it's supposed to be yadnu. What happened? Became yadnu. Yadnu. This wow had a dhamma on it. Now it got dropped. Hasfir harka. Yeah. Because yadnu is difficult to pronounce. Yadnu is easier to pronounce. Yeah. So that's that. I gave you one example. There are lots more examples. We will take a look more, and so I'm just now explaining you what really happens in weak letters. Yeah. Number 3. What happens sometimes is hasfu harfi harfil illati. Meaning what? Dropping of weak letter. Dropping of weak letter. Sometimes what happens is the whole weak letter gets dropped. For example, so we know that you have taqulu. Qala yakulu. Now from there you have taqulu. I want to make fellow amr. I drop the ta. I put a sukoon at the end. Yeah. So it should have been cool. Cool. Right? What happens? The middle radical, you drop it. Becomes kul. Kul ya ayyuhal kafirun. Fellow amrin. This is a fellow amr. So what happened is instead of saying cool, which is difficult to pronounce, and you have a iltiqa sakin and two sukoons coming together, which is not permissible in Arabic, you drop the harfu illa. So hasfu harfi illa, dropping of the weak letter, and we will see lot more examples of this. Yeah. So sometimes you just drop the weak letter altogether. These are the weaknesses that are happening here. That is what we are learning. So sometimes hasfu harfi illa, you drop the weak letters. Instead of saying cool, you say kul. Yeah. And we see all the time that. Yeah. And number 4 is what happens is kalbu. Kalb meaning changing, or yeah, kalbu harfi illa. By harfi illa means weak letters, yeah. So the which is waw and ya, harfu illa t. Yeah. B jinsi, b jinsi harakati ma qablihi. Ma qabli he. Yeah. So what does it mean? That sometimes you change the weak letter compatible with the haraka before it. So for example, just like Nasara, you have Qawala. That's the root letter is Waw, right? So you have Qawala. Qawala gets changed to, so what is it? Kalbu harfu illa bijinsi harkati ma qablihi. So this Waw gets changed to, then now Waw gets changed to an alif. Why to an alif? Jinsi harkati ma qablihi, because there is a fatha before it, and we learned in rule number 1 that fatha is compatible with the alif. So it takes, Waw gets changed to an alif. Qala, it becomes qala. Instead of a Waw, you bring in alif now, because the fatha is compatible with alif. So it gets changed like this. Yeah. So those are the changes that take place in weak letter verbs. We will practice more. It will make more sense. It may be new for us, so it may be a little bit overwhelming. Don't worry too much. We will practice a lot.
We also learned that Waw prefers Dhamma before it. So why not it is becoming Qula?
Yeah, because that's then you are in fellow madin, first letter always have to have a fatha and the last letter have to have a,
Okay.
yeah. So instead of doing that, you did the opposite of it. So if over here this is goes both ways, that ya prefers a kasra before it, or a kasra prefers a ya after it. Okay. A dhamma prefers a waw after it, and a
Yeah.
fatha prefers a alif after it. So it goes both ways. Yes, it's a double sword. Yeah. Okay, so it goes both ways. So over here, that's what is happening, is that if I put a dhamma on the qaf, then you are changing, because Mahdi has to have a, in the first letter has to have a fatha. So you cannot change that part. Yeah, middle radical can be anything. So what happens is that,
one more thing. Sorry, kasra prefers ya after it? No, before it.
Before. So ya prefers a kasra before it, or kasra prefers a ya after it.
Yeah, after it. Thank you, brother.
Yeah. So you will write down these things, and you will go over them again. Of course, this is new, then it is it's more details of the weak letters. English key does not go into these much details, but it will help you, so and we will practice a lot more, inshallah. It will make it more easy, inshallah. So, and then, so this is the fourth point under third note. Now note number 4 is, and there are only 4 notes, so don't worry too much. Note number 4, the last note, is that like in any language, like in any language, there can be exceptions to these rules. There can be exceptions to these rules. So keep your mind open, that if you come across an exception, then don't worry too much. Those are known as exceptions, are known as istasna. Yeah. So something which is can be, yeah.
Looks like these are already exceptions.
These are weak letters, so the weak letters, and the reason for them is for making it takhfif sometimes, to make it to chop the word, make it lighter, or for tasheel, to make it easy for pronunciation purposes. Yeah. So for example, if I say to you qawala, qawala. And let me make it smaller. Or I should write it over here. I want us to see. Let me make it smaller more. Somebody's, Sister Asma, your microphone is on. So we see these four in front of us. Naklul harkati, hasful harkati, and hasfu harfi illa, and kalbul harfi illa. Okay, these are the four rules of weak letters. Yeah, so now I'm going to write down over here qawala. Qawala got changed to qala. Qala. So this is an example of which one out of these four? This is 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth one. What happened was that harfu illa got changed to bi jinsi harkati ma qablihi. So this wow got changed to an alif. Why? Because there was a fatha before it. Yeah. Okay. And if I say to you yadnu, which was yadnu wu, got changed to yadnu. Yadnu. Which one is applying?
Asfar harkati.
Hasfi harkati, yes. Hasfi harkati, yes. Okay. Da yad'u, to do dua, you know. Da yadu, to ask, to dua. Yad u wu became yad'u. Which one? You can put a wow, spoon on the wow, or now, doesn't matter.
Or full harka.
Same, still, right?
Mm.
Hasfu harka, hasfu
Yeah.
harka, harka got dropped, yeah? Okay, so now if I say yakwulu, yakwulu got changed to yakulu. Yakulu. What happened?
Naqlul harkati.
Naklul harkati, yes. Yeah. So I hope everybody is able to see that they change their spot. Yeah, Dhamma said you come here and I go there. Yeah. So in order to yakwulu is difficult to pronounce. Yakulu. So flowing and all of that. Yeah. So and then you have
Brother, the first one, Kavalu changed to Kala. What is that? Naklul? Or what category is that?
yeah, so let me ask you this one. Na vi ma became nama. Sorry. Nama. Which one is happening? Navima became nama.
D, maybe D category.
Hasful harfil illati?
Is this kalb, this one.
Okay.
What happened was that kalbul illati, kalbu harfi illati, harf got so the kalb means turning over or changing of harfu illa bi jinsi harkati ma qablihi, according to whatever is compatible before it. So wow got changed to whatever is compatible with before it, which is a fatha. What is compatible with fatha?
Alif.
Alif. So it got changed to an alif. Nama.
So
Okay.
brother, what happens to the kasra under the vav? Like
Yeah. So that basically everything is got changed to an alif because of ease of pronunciation. Okay. With including the kasra basically gets away. Yeah. So now I am giving you another one, which is Muzan. Muzan got changed to Mizan.
but brother, the example number 4 you have given, it has a fatha on the second letter, like Nasara, right? And over here there's a kasra in the second letter, like wow has a kasra now ma.
Yeah, this is Bab Samia. Samia. So it is supposed to be middle radical, supposed to have a kasra. Yeah. Navima Samia. This is Bab Samia Yasmau Navima Yanamu. Yeah. So that's why you see that. Yeah. Now I give you Muzan. The word was Muzan. Okay. It got changed to Mizan, which is a scale. Yeah. What happened?
So the kasra of the meme is preferring ya.
Yes. So ya got changed to or wow got changed to a yeah. Why? Because compatible with kasra before it. You
Yes.
see that? So if Muzan is difficult to pronounce, Mizan is easy to pronounce, right? Mizan, and we use all the time Mizan. Yeah. So that is okay. Let me erase some over here, and I give you.
Can we just take a screenshot before you erase?
Yes. Yeah. You can always, when you are listening to the recording, then you can take a screenshot at that time also.
Yeah, sure.
Here we remove wow also and added a ya. So is it considered qalbul harf al-illa or is it
No, the wow got changed to a ya.
so still we'll call it change of the harf al-illa. Okay.
Yes, yeah. So qalbu harfi illa bi jinsi harakati ma qablihi, according to or whatever is compatible with the haraka before it. So now you have another word which is known as mu'ad. Mu'ad became mi'ad, a promised time. Yeah, mi'ad. What happened?
The same thing as above.
Same as above. Yeah. So wow got changed to a ya. To mu'ad is difficult to pronounce. Mi'ad is easier to pronounce. So you changed wow to a ya for the pronunciation purposes. Whereas if you look at the root letters, is wa'ada. Wa'ada to promise. Mi'ad is a promised time or a place. Could be time or a place. So it is a mi'ad. Yeah. And wow got changed to a ya for pronunciation purposes. So this knowledge will help us that if I see mi'ad and I'm looking for where are my root letters, if I say ya, ain and dal, I will be wrong. I need to know that wow is actually my root letter, wow and ain and dal. Yeah. So these are examples. Yeah. Now wada'a means to put. The mudare from there is yawdi'u. Yawdi'u becomes yada'u. Wada'a yada'u. Yada'u. The waw got dropped. Which one I
Yadahu or Yadiu?
Wada'a yada'u.
Yadi, kasra, it is
No.
kasra.
Wada'a yada'u. Should be
Yadi.
Yawda'u.
Yawda'u. Should be fatha because da is a fi'l, right? So wada'a yawda'u. Yawda'u became yada'u. What happened to the waw? Which one are we applying?
Hasfu harfi illa.
As for Fela, this number 3. Point
Yeah,
number 3.
it could have been also yeah though, right? Like taking the wow, taking the haraka of the letter before it. It could
Yes.
have been yeah.
It could have been that too, but no, they chose to. So you know, you basically there is a choice. Then they chose to do it and they drop it. They drop it basically.
Okay.
Okay. So these are basically, I'm giving you examples. These are maybe difficult examples. The lessons that we will do and all of that are easier, much more. But this is introduction, and I'm taking you introduction with a difficult one. Why? So that you become familiar that these are the changes that take place in when you have a weak letter coming into verbs. Yeah. So now we know with that Qala was actually Qawala. It became Qala. Why? Because wow gave up and wow said, okay, I got changed to a alif just for pronunciation purposes because Qaf before me has a fatha on it. So it's easier to say Qala instead of Qawala. Yeah.
So, Brother Qasim, you're basically telling us that if there's a weak letter in the past tense verb, then
Yes.
how do we convert it to the present tense, a mudare, right?
Or sometimes in the past too. In the past too. So Nawama is actually Navima. Yeah. So let's take another word. For example, uh, uh, so yeah, ba, which was actually baya, ba ya a became ba. What happened? Because ya said that it's difficult to pronounce baya a, and you have a fatha before me. Why don't I get changed to an alif? It became ba. And then yab yi'u, ba yab yi'u, yab yi'u. Now ya said that it is difficult to say yabyi'u. Why don't we switch the spots and become yabi'u? Ya bi ya bi.
Well,
So what
basically,
happened? Yabyu became yabiu. So ya took the kasra and ba took the kasra and ya got the sakun. So they basically switched the spots. Yeah. So that's, yeah. Go ahead, brother. Say.
yes, sorry. Just want to ask this: is there a rule, or this is like what happened in past for this pronunciation or changing their positions?
So they change the positions, or all of these is basically how the language developed. And why did they do that? Is for ease of pronunciation. That's all. Is there a rule? Yeah, these are the rules. So these are basically based on what happened. Then the scholars, they wrote down these rules. Okay, that, and they wrote down the reasons why they are doing that. Now, one thing is that, we can just say qala, qala, qalu, qalat. We can memorize it. But for a student, then you have to know that, okay, it was actually qawala became qala. And then how are you getting qul from it? For example, fi'l amr, qul all the time, whereas, what happened to the wow? Middle radical got dropped. What happened to it? Those are the reasons for it.
So, brother,
But
any
this applies to only this word or this letter. So
It only applies to whenever you have a wow or a ya in a word.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I
Yes.
was trying.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought I missed that
It
part.
this
Sorry.
these rules are regarding mu'tallat, which are weak letter verbs.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, actually, it is much helpful when we are using a very common letters like kala, ya kanu,
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. For example, so kanu, takunu we take. Taku, No. Now we are making fi'l amr. Yeah. Ta gets dropped. This gets a sukoon. You are left with is
Cool.
koon.
Cool.
Koon. Yeah. Koon. Now iltiqaw saknain is there. Hasfu harfi illa. Wow gets dropped. He says, I'm gonna get dropped. No worries. Kun. Now we know kun fayakun. This is a command. Be. You
Okay.
be. Yeah. So kun fayakun.
Oh.
Now we know from kana yakunu. How do we get kun?
Oh.
This is what is happening. Why it's
Yeah.
happening? Because there is a weak letter in it. And now kun we know all the time. We say kun fayakun all the time. Yeah. So
Yes.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said kun be fayakun.
Yeah.
And here it was. Yeah. So fayakun. Yeah.
So
So
it is not a separate word coming from nowhere. It is having
yeah.
certain yeah.
Yeah. And we are now
Okay.
for the first time, Alhamdulillah, most of us first time, many of you may have already done it. We are learning that how are we getting from kana yakunu kun as a fellow amr. We know how exactly it is coming. And do we need to
Brother,
put a hamza?
I know for this one, yabiu, ba'a yabiu, when there is a harfe illa, it cannot take any harkat on it. So that's the reason they exchange with the strong letter. Like always if the harfe illa is having any kasra, fatha or dhamma, and the neighboring letter has got sukoon, then always harfe illa cannot take the letter because it's weak, so it gives it to the um, which is not motel,
Yes, that's
which is
correct. Yeah.
not
Yeah.
so this is
Yeah.
the reason for this one, the
Yeah.
yabi'u, and
Yeah.
for takunu and kun. So when there is iltakai sakinain between the weak letter and the salim, I don't know which word, strong letter, okay,
Yes. Yeah.
then always the weak
The
letter will drop. Means
will
if
drop.
they
Yeah.
we have the we have to choose between a weak letter and the two letters having in the same position, strong letter and a weak letter, and
Yes.
they are both in iltikai sakin position, then always the weak letter is dropped. So this way these two rules we can remember.
Not two. Just remember four of them. These are the four. These four I wrote down over here. These four
Yeah,
will happen.
logic behind that too, I know.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I was
Yeah. But you are right. Yes, that's correct. So these
Sir,
are the four things which may happen. Not necessarily they all will happen at the same time, or they must happen. They may happen. Yes. Yeah, go ahead, brother Iman.
yeah, sorry, I keep so it's like in English, we have like silent letters, right? So there's a rule like let's say like we are listening to your
Yes.
so it's not listening, it's listening.
Exactly. Yeah, that is
So,
there too. So that is for pronunciation. Listening is most difficult. Often is easier. Often is difficult, right? So,
okay.
but in English it's very rare to happen. In Arabic, it's a lot. That's the
Okay.
difference. Yeah, so it's a lot. So that's why we are learning what's going on over here, and this is more detail of it. We don't the books key English key and Arabic part will not go into this much detail, but I'm just explaining for us. If you get 10% out of it, 20% out of it, good, alhamdulillah, we will build on it, inshallah, more.
Sir, I have to get excused because I have people coming from Canada, who. So inshallah.
No problem, inshallah. Yeah, we have 10 more minutes, inshallah, to go
Thank
anyway.
you.
So,
Thank you.
inshallah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
Assalamu
no
alaikum.
problem. Wa alaikum assalam.
I got a comment. Just quick one. I think
Yes.
these rules were reverse engineered. So you will find different rules with a little bit of different variations.
Yes.
So the sister was saying that she has read it differently. So
Yeah.
in the end, the idea is you're gonna get to the
Yeah.
same. You just
Exactly.
take,
That's
yeah.
true. That's true. Yeah, that's true. The rules were, you know, Arabic grammar was developed later on, language developed first. Of course, that's always the case. Yeah. Then remember, we look at one time why it happened is that, you know, Arabic grammar, the friend of Hazrat Ali Razillahu Ta'ala anhu, he was sitting with his daughter, and, you know, she wanted to say how beautiful the stars are, and the way she said was it meant that how many stars are, you know. So, you know, then that's where that scholar, you know, the Sauda, his name was Sauda, he thought that, okay, now we have non-Arabs coming to in Islam, and they are having trouble. So that's the basically the root of the Arabic grammar. That's where it started. And then, so language has already developed, you know. When the Quran Majid was revealed, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that wal muqim is salati, nobody projected, objected to Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam that how come the mudaf has an al? It's a mistake in the Quran Majid. No, they were all agree with. They were okay. These days, maybe somebody will say, how come an alif lam is there? Nobody at that time mentioned that because they knew that it is an amil and mamur relationship. It is permissible, you know. So and later on, of course, the language developed, and they wrote down the reverse engineering. Basically, they wrote down the rules that, okay, what's happening, and the basic reason behind them is that tasheel al nutqi, for ease of pronunciation, these things happen, these changes happen, you know. So but for a kid, he learns from his mom. He doesn't know that, you know, it was actually cool and now I say cool. He just knows that, okay, it became from kala, it became cool. Yeah, he doesn't even know that is actually kawala, it says kala. Yeah. So having said that, let's stop over here. Inshallah, we will continue, more to learn on it. Try to revise, look at the video, slow down, and try to digest. Don't worry too much, but at the same time, try to understand what is being said, and do not overcomplicate. Inshallah, it's already complicated enough. So keep it simple. Inshallah, we will try to. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, wassalatu wassalamu ala nabiyyina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa ashabihi wa azwajihi ajma'in. Rabbana zidna ilman ajma'in. Allahumma aj'alna min ahlil Quran, allazina hum ahluka wa khasatuka. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun, wa salamun ala al-mursaleen, walhamdulillahi rabbil alameen, wa akhiru da'wana and alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Alaikum assalam. So,
MashaAllah.
brother, these four rules which you mentioned to us, this will be in the key. We should be remembering that these should be coming before or after there is an abnormality in the mudari of mital verbs.